This is the fourth question in my A2 Media portfolio evaluation. How did you use media technologies in the construction, research, planning and evaluation stages? In all three texts I've used various different types of digital media technologies. For both the poster and the review I used Adobe Photoshop Creative Suite 6 for the most part, with small uses of Google and other search engines for kind of dragging things in to Photoshop, but still Photoshop was the main use. And I also used my knowledge knowledge from AS and the beginning of A2 to help me with this program. So for the most part I used that. This was for the construction stage of these two, of my review and my poster. For the construction stage of my main piece I used Adobe Premiere Pro Creative Suite 6 and various file converters. For the audio, again I used my AS and beginning of A2 knowledge to help me with this. So for the research of my main piece I used YouTube for, I don't know, 90% of it. It enabled me to look at other stop motions in great detail and pick them apart for ideas. So like being able to slow it down and look at it, the really fine details, to pick out what I thought I wanted in my film and what I thought I was going to try and avoid. For the research of the two other texts I mainly used Google, as it allowed me to view several posters or reviews side by side, meaning I could pick them apart and making it very easy to spot trends amongst them. So it enabled me to basically do my conduct my research for these two pieces, because it meant that I could notice these trends and decide whether I was going to go with the trends, so with the codes and conventions of this style, or whether I was going to go against it. For construction of the main piece I also used a couple of different kinds of cameras. I used a Canon 1100D SLR and a Nikon D2H SLR. That's quite an ancient camera, but it's still better than most compact cameras today. I also used a sound recorder and a set of studio lights to get my lighting conditions right in the first scene of the film. With regards to planning, I didn't really use much technology as such to plan. This was mostly done in the form of written filming schedules and storyboards. However, before I began filming I would always make sure I had taken a few test shots to make sure my shutter speed and aperture settings were right for the lighting. This only really applied, well, this mostly applied when I was outside, so the beach scene and the other scenes I could kind of fix the lighting to how I wanted it, so my aperture settings stayed the same mostly.